All right, let's continue on with question number 8. It says a scientist uses 103.6 milliliters of blood for an experiment. How many fluid ounces of blood does the scientist use? All right, not a whole lot of options here, but if we look at our chart, the one thing that gets us to fluid ounces that we see on our reference sheet is, oddly, but truthfully, centiliters. Centiliters, 1 fluid ounce is 2.957 centiliters. So we want to convert this milliliters into centiliters using, once again, that metric prefix list that we've used now a few times in the homework here. Once again, just like we did a minute ago. So here are those prefixes. And again, we want to start off and get to centiliters. Why? Because the one conversion that we see that involves fluid ounces, where we want to end up, goes through centiliters. Well, to go from milliliters to centiliters, that's one jump to the left on our chart. So I'm going to take and do the exact same thing here. Take and move this decimal one time to the left. So that's 10.36 centiliters. All right, now at this point, now I'm going to have to use my T-chart to make this conversion. All right, and again, I'm using that factoid that I just read to you. Again, that's that 1 fluid ounce is the same as 2.957 centiliters. So that conversion is what's going to go here on the right side. Again, we want to make sure that we see units canceling diagonally. So since centiliters is here, the other centiliters thing is going to have to go down here, which is going to push that fluid ounces thing up here. All right, so again, 1 fluid ounce is the same as 2.957 centiliters. We see centiliters canceling centiliters diagonally. Notice the unit I did not cross out is fluid ounces. That's how we know we got to where we're supposed to be. Now I'm going to multiply. Remember, you multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom, and then divide the two. So you've got 10.36 times 1 on the top, 10.36, and 2.957 in the bottom. And then you're going to divide those two things, which is a great calculator question. And when I take 10.36 and divide by 2.957, I end up with 3.503, which we can write like that. We can round a little bit if we want to. I'm going to go ahead and write 3.504 because I'm going to round, and that's going to be fluid ounces. 3.504 fluid ounces. Again, multiply across the top of the T-chart, then across the bottom, and divide the two. All right, number 9. Bernard bought a table that is 100 centimeters long. To the nearest tenth of an inch, how long is Bernard's table? So, ideally, we're going to find a conversion here that involves centimeters and inches. And we won't have to look too hard for it, because as we look under metric to US, we see that 1 centimeter is 0.3937 inches. So we have what we need. We can go ahead and dump this right into a T-chart and solve. So I'm going to start off with 100 centimeters here. Again, our starting thing always goes in the upper left quadrant of that T-chart. And again, the conversion here is that 1 centimeter is 0.3937 inches. So 1 centimeter in the bottom, 0.3937 inches in the top. Again, reasoning because we need to see centimeters canceling diagonally. Notice the unit that's not crossed out is inches. So the top is 100 times 0.3937, which that's not bad because that's just going to move the decimal twice to the right, 39.37. Divide by the bottom one is still 39.37. Again, round it to the tenth because the directions say so. So that's 39.4 inches. All right, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at the last one. Number 10. On a field trip, a class picked 50 pounds of strawberries. How many kilograms of strawberries did the class pick? Okay, so here we're going to be looking for a conversion that gets us from kilograms to pounds, And this too is on our chart. If you notice, it says 1 kilogram is 2.2046 pounds. So that is everything we need to be successful here. So we can go ahead and dump these into our T-chart. I'm starting off with 50 pounds. And over here is that conversion factor. Since I want to make pounds go away to end up with kilograms, we know the other pounds thing is going to have to go down here. So we've got 2.2046 pounds being the same as 1 kilogram. Notice pounds cancels pounds diagonally, and I'm left with kilograms. All right, so on the top, I've got 50 times 1, which is 50. On the bottom, I've just got 2.2046. And obviously, this is a great calculator question now. Good time to divide. 50 divided by the 2.2046. And that's going to give me 22.67 kilograms. Final answer.